All right, we're back with the handle. If you have to clean the gun down this far, or if you plan on rebuilding your whole gun, you need to see this too. But first step, take out this screw that holds your trigger. And a lot of times it ain't real tight, but because it's not intended to be, because you don't want to be pushing your trigger, but it's made to keep your trigger from flopping. And it plugs an air hole. Excuse me. Then you have your retainer. 7/16 wrench fits this, and you need to loosen this piece. It's threaded in. So let me get that out of there for you. So usually when I get it loose, I can do it by hand. This is called a retainer, and it has a little vent hole that sometimes needs to be cleaned out. That's like an exhaust port. Then this is your trigger pin. Pulls right out. It's got a little assist spring on it, 2 O-rings on your trigger pin. And then you have a trigger pin housing inside there, and the way you get it out is take your T-handle, stick it right in the back end of the chuck here, and just bump it forward. You see it slides right out, and there's 5 O-rings on that, and I don't know how many, a bunch of little holes. And if you ever cross over bad enough to get these clogged up, clean every one of them out, get this thing back to perfectly shiny, looking like this before you put it back together. Very important that you get everything super clean. But that's really all it is on as far as the parts in this gun. But there's a lot of holes in this gun that if you get it crossed over bad enough, you have to clean. So you got 2 holes right here that you have to clean out all the way. You got a little set screw right here you got to take out. See that little set screw right there? You got to take out, clean there, clean that hole. And then on the sides you have set screws. And remember, just like I was showing you on the piston, these holes are not to just clean out the screw where it's in. It's to clean a hole on the opposite side. So say I take that set screw out and I'm going to be cleaning a hole over here. It's just an access point. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then these 3, 8, 9, 10. But also there's a hole in the bottom of that. You see that? That's another exhaust port that you have to clean out. 11, I guess there's 12 if you count the retainer exhaust port too. But you need to know that you have to take these screws out, and these holes are at different depths. If you're looking straight at it, the one on these 3 holes here, the one on the left is the deepest, and it goes back pretty far, and then the one in the middle only goes back to line up with that hole there, and then the one on this side only goes back in about halfway. So they are different depths, and please don't use a drill to clean them out, like I said. But you will have to clean all these out, and I suggest every hole you clean out, please use something to spray through and verify that you got it completely clear, because you can look down inside here while you're spraying in these holes, and you can see the fluid shoot out the hole that it's supposed to be connected with. That is in conjunction with the set screws on the side that you cleaned across, and make sure it all gets cleaned out real good by spraying something through it. And of course, you want to grease every O-ring before you put it back. Make sure you use something like white lithium grease or something, or the grease that they provide with the gun before you put it back. I'm sure there's some other grease that may be approved, but that's just the ones we tell people to use. So next video, I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to reassemble the whole gun.